Hi everyone. Today I want to go through all the varieties of Parrot Cichlids I've seen available. I personally keep both Blood Parrots and Polar Blue Parrots. They are both two of my favorite species I've kept mainly due to their personalities, but I've seen a number of other varieties of parrots besides these available. So I want to make a video going through all of them. I broke it into 15 main varieties, but within each category, there are usually different color, pattern, and size options, so I'll discuss those too. Anyway, let's get into the list. Number 1 is the original Blood Parrot. Now the features of this one, the most common and the OG Parrot Cichlid. They're originally a reddish orange color. The average adult size is between 6 to 8 inches. They do come in a number of other variations though now. They can be red, orange, yellow, purple, or white. I will add that the purple isn't directly purple. It is more of an orangey pinkish color where their body really resembles a pinkish color compared to the normal blood parrot once they are adults. As far as the rarity, it does depend on the color. Obviously the original blood parrot that's orangish red is very common. You'll see them at local fish stores, chain stores, and anywhere online you can get them. The red, yellow, and purple colors are generally uncommon but usually available. You'll see them at local fish stores occasionally, and then online you'll see them listed often, but it'll depend on the store. You'll see them listed here and there. And then the white parrot is actually pretty rare. I've actually never seen it in a store, but you'll see it listed online sometimes. Number 2, Polar Blue Parrots. Some alternative names for these are zebra parrots or convict parrots. As far as features, they are blue with a black stripe pattern, and the pattern can really be different. It can be clear stripes, it can be more of a marble pattern. They are much smaller than blood parrots, getting to a maximum on average of 3 to 4 inches. They are generally known to be hybrids with a convict cichlid, and they possess a lot of similar traits with them, such as color, breeding behavior, and aggression. And overall, they tend to be more aggressive than blood parrots, although it tends to vary with the individual you get. As far as rarity, they are generally becoming very common, although the area does depend. In my area, I see them almost at every local fish store every time I go, and even some chain stores now, and they're available on many online vendors. I have heard from others that in their area they are not seen yet, so it might depend, but they are a very easy species to breed, so I'd expect if there is any demand for them, they'll end up all over. Next, number 3 is Platinum Parrots. And an alternative name for them is the Snow White Parrot. And these are the same type of fish as the Polar Blue Parrots that we just discussed, although they're an all-white variation. Once again, they get to about 3 to 4 inches in an adult. And these also are pretty common. I'd say slightly less common than the Polar Parrot, and it'll depend on your area, but you should be able to find them at local fish stores pretty easily. And if not, there's many online vendors that will sell these. Number 4, King Kong Parrots. So these parrots are a larger version of a blood parrot. On average, they can grow up to 12 inches as an adult, and some do grow a neutral hump. As far as variations, they're the same as the normal blood parrot. I've generally seen them red, orange, yellow, or purple. Although with many of the other parrots that I'm going to discuss, I have seen King Kong parrot versions of them, so it is possible just to get King Kong parrots in most parrot varieties. As far as rarity, I find them pretty rare in stores. I've only seen them a couple times, and those are generally at local fish stores. I generally see them online being sold pretty commonly. Number 5, Mammon, aka Super King Kong Parrots. An alternative name for them is the Cavalon Red Mammon. Now for these fish, they get very large, even larger than King Kong parrots, hence their name Super King Kong Parrots. On average 12 to 13 inches as reported, but there are reports of them getting even larger than this. Most commonly they are red, although some are partially faded and have some white in their body. I have seen some that are more orange, although this is debated whether they're official Mammons or they're actually just King Kong parrots sold as Mammons. And males are known for a very large neutral hump. Some of them, as you'll see here, are almost comparable to Flowerhorns. As far as rarity, these are very rare fish, and I haven't seen the price of juveniles, but for adults, they're going to be $500 plus you can expect to spend. Number 6, Jellybean Parrots. Some alternative names for them are the Color Parrot or the Bubblegum Parrot. Now these are blood parrots, but they come in all colors of the rainbow and in very distinct, vivid colors, like you would think of Skittles. These parrots, though, are unfortunately artificially dyed, and normally they're just blood parrots that were artificially dyed, so they get the same size as blood parrots. One thing, though, is it's reported that they significantly lose their color as they age due to being artificially dyed. And one note of caution is the artificial dye process is seen as unethical, so it's generally recommended to avoid these if possible. As far as variations, though, they come in all colors of the rainbow, for example, red, orange, yellow, blue, green, purple, pink. And as far as rarity, these are pretty common. I see them in local fish stores a decent amount of time and online as well. Number 7, heart parrots. So for heart parrots, they're missing their back tail fin to form a heart shape. They're most commonly come from normal blood parrots, although I would imagine it's possible for them to come from King Kong parrots as well. It is thought that the shape is achieved by cutting their tail when young. So due to this, like jellybean parrots, this species is often seen as very unethical. As far as rarity, they don't seem to be common anymore. It seems like most of the pictures were taken from over 5 years ago, and it seems like people have generally strayed away from these due to the unethical practices. So I don't see them, I've never seen them in store, and I rarely see them listed online anymore. Number 8, tiger parrots. So for these are blood parrots with noticeable black markings that don't fade as they age. And these markings will likely be stripes in high quality specimens. The amount of stripes and the amount of black marking can really depend from species to species and group to group you get. As far as variations, it's most common to see them in red, orange, or yellow. And these could easily be on a King Kong parrot as well. As far as rarity, they are generally pretty rare in stores and uncommon online, but there are a few vendors where you can find them. Number 9, Santa parrots. You've also seen these listed under the names of Kawaku parrots. So for these are similar to tiger parrots, except instead of the black, they're partially white. And so you'll most commonly see them as red, white, or yellow, white. And even some high quality specimens are almost fully white, but they'll have either yellow or red right around the eyes. Now these will generally be normal blood parrot size, but there can be a King Kong variation of these. As far as rarity, these are pretty rare in stores and uncommon online, although I have seen them on the more common side compared to the other parrots in this list. Number 10, Panda Parrots. So these are very similar to the Santa parrots, except instead of the yellow or orange, they are all white and black. Again, the pattern is highly variable. You'll see some here where you'll see either little blotches or stripes, and some where it's almost gradient-like look. They get to the same size as a normal blood parrot as well, although it's definitely possible to get them in King Kong parrot variety. And again, like tiger parrots, the same amount of rarity. Going to be rare in stores and uncommon online, but you'll see them listed from time to time. Number 11, crystal parrots. And an alternative name for them is pearl parrots. So these are Parrot Cichlids where they have white or blue shiny specks throughout their body, almost like a holographic sort of look. And they usually get the normal blood parrot size. They can come in various colors. You'll see here a red version, a black version, and a blue version. Generally, they're thought to be crosses of Texas cichlids, and that's how they get the bright little specks throughout their body. Now, these are very rare. You'll see them listed from time to time online or in stores, but they tend to be very expensive. Number 12, Flowerhorn Parrots. These have quite a few alternative names: Kirin Parrots, Kylan Parrots, or Killen Parrots. Basically, you can think of these as the colors of a flowerhorn with the shape of a blood parrot. But keep in mind there are so many variations of the pattern and shape that these can be, mainly because they're mixing hybrids and hybrids. So you'll see some overlap, even like an example here of a flowerhorn and a crystal overlap, where you could argue they're probably either one. And as far as rarity, these are pretty rare. And you'll see here, there's so many different variations that to get the specific one you want, you really kind of have to shop around and wait till you actually see one that you really like. I definitely think you could jump on and buy one on eBay that might not end up like the one you had in mind. So just keep that in mind, but overall, they're very rare. Number 13, Yuan Bao Parrot. Now, this is a very rare species, and one thing I'll note is that there are kind of two parrots that fit under this category. There's one that I've seen online before where it's a normal blood parrot, but it's generally red and it has more of a circular body, as Yuan Bao kind of refers to a coin shape. Now, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a species that I've seen in a store once and on eBay a few times. And so they're a lighter color with specks like the crystal parrot, and they get very round like a coin, hence the name. But not much is known about the full size they get to. The ones I saw were probably originally like 2 inches, and I saw them still in the store maybe 6 months later, and they were maybe going on 4 inches. And as far as rarity, they are very rare. I've only seen them at that one local fish store and then on eBay by that one vendor. Number 14, Red Head Parrot. So this is a parrot that I had found accidentally while doing this video looking for other variations. I've never seen it in store, and I've never seen it listed for actual sale online. I found it on a wholesale website, wholesale/importer. So it's a blood parrot, the same shape of the blood parrot's body, but they have a red/pink head and a white body, hence the Red Head Parrot name. As far as rarity, I'd say it's extremely rare, as I've only seen it on the wholesaler site, but hopefully it becomes more available or someone imports it. Now, number 15, and this is kind of a bonus one, but it's the true Parrot Cichlid. So this is not a hybrid. All the previous ones were hybrid cichlids. This one actually is just a cichlid that was named as a parrot, and that's what its name now is called the true parrot, because it's like just an original Parrot Cichlid. It does have a unique face shape and markings to give it sort of a parrot look, although different from your typical blood parrot and the rest of the parrots in this list. It often has a blue, olive, or turquoise color as an adult, and on average it gets to between 10 to 14 inches, although potentially up to 18 inches. And it is known to be on the aggressive side for cichlids. As far as rarity, it's pretty rare to see in stores, but it often is available online. Now, that wraps up the 15 types of freshwater parrot cichlids that you should know about. There actually was probably much more than 15 when you consider all the color types that I discussed for each. But I hope that gave you a good idea for all the types that are out there besides the common blood parrot. And if you have any further questions about any of the varieties, let me know. Anyways, likes and subscriptions to my channel are very appreciated, and they help others find this video. But thank you for watching, and I'll catch everyone next time.